Yeah, mid-April. Slight showers, which should make an interesting match day at Ashton Gate. I don't think I can emphasise just how, again, I'm going to talk about how big a game it is. It's just massive. Don't know what that was. Yeah, not optimum weather for the scarf that I'm about to put on, but just massive. Just a massive game for Bristol City, and just a humongous opportunity to do something quite special at Ashton Gate. If we win today against the Sunderland side, who are, yes, fourth in the league, yes, miles ahead of us, and a very, very, very good side, but as they have been in recent weeks, kind of in no man's land, recent months, sorry, and in recent weeks they've been kind of rotating. They've not really been playing their full strength team due to injuries and bedding people back in, kind of blooding them in. There's a real opportunity for Bristol City to, especially at home, where we've been so strong, beaten so many good teams, to do the same again against a slightly weakened Sunderland team and get the 3 points, and then we're nearly there. We're nearly there. That is a lot of conditions and whatnot, and possibilities, but I think this Bristol City team have come too far, and I think we've done too much in terms of getting ourselves into fifth with a lovely buffer with a 4 point gap to seventh, and Coventry who are behind us as well, to now not fully capitalise on this position that we're in. It is a great position we're in. What if we miss out, whatever. But I think with 4 games to go, 4 points, this is such an opportunity. I think as Jason Knight said, we've come too far for this to be a good season and not take advantage of these last 4 games. And that's got to be the exact same. That's got to be exactly the mentality that this fan base has. It's a packed Ashton Gate. It's going to be a raucous atmosphere, hopefully, and one that can hopefully get Bristol City over the line and get just what would be a crucial 3 points. Anyway, I'll see you all at Ashton Gate. He's just been sent off. It's a long ball over the top. Naki Wells gets onto it, ahead of Luke 09. Trey Hume comes and covers. I think it's Trey Hume. Comes and covers. Slight nudge at the back. Player of Naki Wells' experience. He knows, red card, probably more important. 6 minutes in, Sunderland down to 10. We're halfway through the first half. Sort of similar patterns to the whole game in a way, where we're probing, not quite doing enough. Sunderland certainly carrying a lot more of a threat going forward than Hull did on that day. Yeah, still quite even, still quite tense even with 10 men.
Action! Hold in! Retain! Retain!
The attacking threat has mainly come from Eleza Mayenda, and he's just put Sunderland 1-0 up. He's got the ball pretty much in his own. I think he's got his penalty box, pretty much edge of the penalty box, and he's ran all the way through. Must have been about 5-6 players unable to stop him, and he's got a nice finish to back up. It's a great goal by Mayenda. So much harder now against 10 men. So much harder now to go and try and find a way. We're closing in on half time. It's still 0-1, and yeah, we've done a little bit more in terms of breaking them down since the goal.
That's lovely.
But Sunderland just had a really good chance through Patrick Roberts, still carrying a threat on the counter, and that's a bit scaring me. We need to show more in the attacking third to create a big chance and hopefully take it. Right, so it's half time. It is 1-0 to the Mackhams. It is a deserved probably 1-0 lead for Sunderland. They've looked threatening on the counter-attack. They probably should have a second goal through Patrick Roberts. Mayenda's sort of directness and pace and strength has provided a real outlet against a City defence that's not really been tested all that much. But that one moment, a little bit of luck, a little bit of fortune, and I'm afraid you're going to get punished against some of the better teams in this league. It's just what it feels like in the early days, or what it's felt like any time we've had to play a low block. Sunderland are a really well-coached team. They're not going to bite. They're not going to sort of move players out of positions when you don't need them to. We need a little bit of energy. We need a little bit of directness. I know that's easy to say sitting up here in the stands, and I know that's sort of an easy comment to make, and it's much harder to go to implement. But we need a little bit more in the final third. It's just so frustrating because I feel like the game's there. I feel like we've created a few chances. We've forced Anthony Patterson into a couple of half-decent saves. There's one save of Max Bird where George Earthy put in the rebound into the net, but he was offside. But there needs to be more. There needs to be more, I think, and there needs to be a little bit more composure, a little bit more cutting edge in the final third if we're to score and get back in this game, which ultimately, considering our home form, graded in our away form, we need to win this, especially with 10 men. We need to find a way to break them down. We get a goal early in the second half, this game might change. The momentum might go our way, but that's a big if. That's a big if against a very good side, the Sunderland side, who are defending really well. With Metham, Dan Neil, Luke O'Nien, Leo Helder as a back four, makeshift back four without Trey Hume. Yeah, they're defending really well and they're performing. Yeah, they're minimising our threat really nicely. Half time, Bristol City 0, Sunderland 1. What a finish! Game on! This team don't stop. 77, Ross McCrorie, 2-1. Wow. 3 minutes added on, still 2-1 to Bristol City. Nerves. happening. Stay of disbelief. We made hard work of it. We shouldn't have made hard work of it, but we did. Had opportunities even at 2-1. Controlled the game really nicely. For about 14 minutes, 30 minutes after we scored the second goal, controlled the game really nicely. We're nearly there. We're within touching distance. Nearly there. We're nearly there. Oh my god. Wow. Half time looked doom and gloom. Full time, utterly sensational. Who scored the goals? Dickie, Ross McCrorie. Oh, I love them both. Unbelievable. What a finish, by the way, from Dickie. McCrorie's second goal, really nice finish as well. Just hard, straight through your pass and legs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Fair play to those Sunderland fans. Stay till the end, clap their team. They're a proper set of fans. Unbelievable. Massive credit to them. Massive props. I've done that football club really proud. And we might see you again in a few weeks.